guys, new game. Ah, itu game tentang berkedip. Lihat selam setiap kedip, game akan apa tuh?
Get away, you lucky fowls. That's mine.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with,
Or
nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you.
Inside of you.
If
That
that
makes
makes
any
any
sense.
sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well, look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life from prow to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me.
Class A storyteller, believe you.
Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember.
Pertama yang bisa aku ingat.
I'm gonna send you there. But understand,
Kita ke sana.
no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time.
Kamu akan
Could be a
meloncat
second,
waktu. Could be
could be 5
second.
years.
Bisa jadi 5
That's just how
tahun.
this thing works.
Inilah gimana caranya
Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you
I'm ready, bro.
blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it.
Beep.
The thing to remember about blinking is, well, it's only a matter of time.
Siap nih, siap nih.
And just try to enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? You must really like it out here, huh? Well, I get that. I like it too.
Di pantai.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Shells di sini. Let's go.
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
The day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Where's the first page of my piece? I can't find it anywhere. Did I put it in here? No.
Okay. Go ahead, kid.
Gue sebelahin, Cok.
Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. That'll really be something to see how he grows. Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic. What was that beep? You know what's odd? So I fear this battery isn't even working. Load memory stick. What does that mean?
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Yes, Mom.
Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough. Now, where was I?
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah. I worry that might have something to do with it. Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean, we're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
You're right. No. You're right.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
Lagunya ditolak.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll be a real artist.
Oh,
Unlike your
Mom.
poor mom.
Ini gagal jadi pemusik. Scrapbook. Maybe grand piano includes easy to play music book.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
First Unitarian
I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong silent.
silent type.
Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached. Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him. But while he's here, I say we call him Ernie. Little Ernie. Fits him, doesn't it?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat?
My
I
cat.
just mean,
My first
for now.
pet.
Of course we're not going to keep him.
Right. I believe that. I know where this is going.
For now, honey.
Yes, Mom.
But another thing I'll just say quickly. You build up a resistance to allergies over time. So what you're allergic to now, like that's why an allergy shot to give you what you're allergic to. So he's like a human allergy shot full of love with one eye. Just considering.
I just know a month from now he's gonna be sleeping on my pillow.
Sleeping on my pillow, and I'm not going to be breathing.
No, you'll be breathing because you'll have developed a tolerance.
You just said that, Mike.
Okay. All right. He can sleep on my pillow.
Biasa
Fair?
hilang. Yes, Mom.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Aduh, itu.
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down?
Alergi.
Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
Alergi. Aduh.
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
Aku sakit kucing.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes,
Eyes, you know.
which
Oh,
I
ini gitu.
very quickly
Oh, itu
lost.
profesor.
God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Greece, Egypt, Greece or Egypt, Greece or Egypt. I will go to Egypt.
Now, you know the ancient Egyptians believed cats had godlike powers. They would have worshipped our little Ernie. Can you imagine? Sorry, Ernie. Born in the wrong time period, I guess.
Cuk. Lu mak gitu, Cuk. Cuk.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure, but
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
don't worry. I already did.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Just focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Jangan hancurin ya. Kucing, was. No. Kencingin. Game Before Your Eyes Hang. Cerita tentang kita balik ke masa lalu. Kayak afterlife, kematian, habis mati. Jadi kita sekarang lagi di umur 2 tahun, 3 tahun itu. setiap kita
When's he
kedip
coming?
mata bakal
I'm
maju
flying him out in
waktunya.
February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey,
Ya,
why
Ernie
not?
udah besar
You're a
sekarang.
working
Lagi
woman.
malas juga.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Litter box.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
Bubuk terus deh.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before
Buat musik,
Grandpa
metronom?
comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose.
Bagus kayaknya nih.
If you
Bagus
made a
ceritanya
work
sih
of
ya.
genius,
Pengalaman kita.
I could live on through that as well.
No such luck
No
for me. BTW aku ada download Lego Star Wars, Seng. Nanti aku mau live-in juga tuh. Seru, bos. Metronome.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Oke.
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E.
You're off.
Oh no, ya suruh
You're
mabuk,
off,
no.
Ben. You can't hear that?
No. Kasih kesempatan sekali lagi, please.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
Kereta gagal. Ah, Ernie hilang.
Ernie, buddy,
Ernie!
Ernie.
Ernie, we need you!
Oh, God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty!
God, honey, I'm worried too.
I know, sweetie.
Ernie, kid, come to Papa. I know you're mad about last night, but this is ridiculous.
What happened last night?
He's back.
Oh, God.
What?
Well, if he survived that, I don't know how worried we have to be.
Okay, well, let's take this seriously, okay? He has one eye. That means predators can come up from one side of him he doesn't even know. Okay? Let's take this seriously. Ernie! Come on, dude!
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
Thought I was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on...
Pee-hole distance?
Say that one more time, sweetie.
Pee-hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something, then it's one or the other.
And what was Ernie's? I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. It just just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you hated cats.
For a professor of signs and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
Okay, that's funny. That's really
Gitu, Cok.
witty.
I let us keep him for Benny. And I'm happy about that. But I really can't have 5 cats around the house. It's just not sustainable.
Let them outside or something. Until we can find homes for them.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
No, are you kidding? I love it.
Yes, you know Italian, just particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah, got this book.
Extremely expensive, right?
Can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did. And it's stupidly big.
Stupidly big. Malam. Ada apa nih? The heck? Terus? Lego Star Wars. Seru tuh, banyak chapternya. Nanti aku tunjukin ya. Kenapa, Cok? Dibiarin kah? Tunggu kah? Sampai depan pintu? Kok ada bunyi meraung-raung?
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Akhirnya kita bisa, coy, pianoan.
Okay.
Boleh sih,
Two
boleh.
brackets on each side. 2 screws on each bracket. 2 washers on each.
The quiz said find the 0, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is
bebas
wrong
banget.
with that.
Kita dapat 0 pun. Dibilang apa?
I want that box full by the time I come in there.
Pindah kita.
You don't play with it anymore. We're getting rid of it.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
Anjas, boleh sih. No, pindah rumah, Cok.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down. I'll drive it back with you up there.
You're not my house. You're not.
Chloe, turun, Chloe. Bunuh diri ya, Chloe.
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Hurry, I'll play inside.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you.
Kok lu manggil-manggil lu? Chloe.
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Cie,
Oh
Benny dan
shoot,
Chloe.
I think I gotta go. But,
Dipanggil.
try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try. What the hell? How did he do that?
Quiet, everyone. Benny's about to play for us.
No, susah cok ini cok. Wow. Aduh, ada miss.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
Gacor. Nice dream, nice
No,
dream.
I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime
Oh, good.
archaeology.
Clever street tulisan.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Ya, kan itu apa nih? Kok ini aku lihat
Unknown
ini?
legend.
Clever street.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class is
Mr. Isaac.
broken up into
Hey, you.
units.
Look on your desk. I wrote you
Cie,
something.
Cie, Chloe, Benny. We are in the same class. What a coincidence. Please keep in mind that while we are at school, you don't know each other. Do not talk
This
to
is
me
bull.
ever.
I want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off
Don't
into
even look at
space.
me.
Ini nggak mau dikenal lagi.
Stop staring at me, creepy.
Okay. Now I will go on to the next slide.
Because we cannot
Chloe,
remember the past.
tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. So those
Coba,
who
Cok,
do
kalau,
not
Cok.
remember the
Cok, malas
past,
dia.
repeat the past. That's right, right?
Those who do not
Indeed it is.
remember the past, repeat the
Though I
past.
prefer you to
Jangan lupa
answer
sejarah
with
makanya kalau
the
nggak
help
mau
of your
melakukan
boyfriend
kesalahan
next
yang
time.
sama.
If we do not keep an accurate account of the past, we are destined to embarrass ourselves in all sorts of ways.
Nice. Those
And
who cannot
now,
remember the
on to
past
what you've
are
all been
condemned
waiting
to repeat
for.
it.
Grades,
Jas merah heng.
assessments, 60%. Those are
Yes.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys are
Game,
pretty
video
cute,
game,
though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Answer Anemigo. New contest. Suara game besar 6. Emang iya. Emang iya, Heng.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Emang iya, Heng. Bisa kali kah?
Oh, sure. We sit together in history
Together,
class.
I
I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up.
Yang main game itu
I really
belajar,
want
Cok.
this one. Maybe I'll use tickle stick.
Gambar.
Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw
Should
pictures
draw
of
picture
more
of
different
more different
stuff.
stars.
Not
mantap kan
me,
suaranya?
though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard. Benny, me? Why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly. Ugh.
Eh.
It's called a magnet school.
It's called magnet school.
It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really,
Sekolah, Cok, sekolah
really
musik.
good at something.
Mau itu suka musik.
So, what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of.
Diremehin itu, Cok.
So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I...
No, ibu. The well-tempered clavier. Apa tuh?
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
Okay.
Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I
Kalau
had the
ada,
option of
okay.
going to
Nggak
school
paham.
like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days? I barely know whose kid you're supposed to be.
Kita rebel sekarang, Cok. Nggak, jangan lempar. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Sebenarnya suka nggak sih gitu nih?
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Aduh, gitu dipaksa sekarang, Cok. Cok. Ini disuruh angkat kah?
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Ya, angkatlah, Chloe, angkat, Chloe.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
So gimana, Heng? Ikutin kata mak? Atau ngerebel?
Oh,
Atau
what
ngelawan?
do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man, did I just cause a fight with your parents? I'm sorry, dude, but you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but...
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy?
Maaf,
Well,
goddess of truth.
you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and she's
Apa
got,
arti Emet tuh, Heng?
and
Emet
yes,
biru, Emet
that's
biru.
a she, the head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus.
Mr. Kid.
Though I would not
Oh,
say
that's-
that to her face.
Look at
Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour
After my dad goes to sleep, I'm
any
going
of
to
the
sneak out
deceased who do not
my
pass
house and go to
judgment.
sleep on the beach. If you want to get invited,
Sort of like
draw me a
me
picture of
doing
Mr. Isaac,
some
feeling
quizzes.
constipated.
So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right
Ada
now.
gambar kah, Dr. Isaac? Wih, diam-diam
Why is he
kocak.
so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Oke. Day until audition.
change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay,
Aduh, mak kita pengen kita fokus, bapak kita santai-santai ya.
Richard,
Play,
Daddy has
Cok.
a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I
Anjir,
mean,
maksa,
no
anjir.
offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
No, suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please. Why is it like that?
Audisi kah hari ini?
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Gimana ya? Ikutin emak ya nih, Heng? Atau kita ngerebel?
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Mom says you say.
Benny.
Alamak, Cok, gimana, Cok? Sneak out, try to sleep. Dengerin kata emak. Besok tes atau kabur? Ah, kabur ya, Cok.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Kongsters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is
Sleep,
a
Allah.
tomato.
Telat,
But
bro.
Yoon thinks that they're the
Sleep
grossest
ya.
ever.
Kau bureng orang, Heng. Kabur lah.
You're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most, which was
Oh, ini mau
also
kita kan habis
something
ke
I wanted to
nongkrong
talk
sama
to
kita.
you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird
Because
because
after what happened with my mom.
I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big
Stay.
surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways.
Stay here.
I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Kasihan Chloe juga ya.
Probably didn't sleep
Marah
at
lagi
all.
tadi.
Out in the cold all night.
Marah lagi
You're already
tadi.
feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. We're going to be there soon.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Oke. Audisi buat masuk sekolah. Bisakah kita, Cok? Fokus, fokus. Cok.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough.
Habis lagi tuh.
So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay?
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
Dunia tidak terlalu baik untuk orang yang tidak baik untuk sesuatu.
We want him home from school for a while, just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please
Sakit
try
apa
to
gitu
speak a
nih?
little softer? I really...
Aduh, nggak bisa dengar. Balik ke pantai.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Lah, kita nak sekolah, Cok. Benar-benar sakit, Cok, di rumah, Cok. Kita bakatnya gambar.
He's drawing. He's becoming completely obsessed.
Iya, gambar nih, bakat aku.
No. You mean young Vincent?
Oh, makin bagus gambaran kita. Mungkin musik bukan talenta kita.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Application. Nah, art school yang kita butuhkan, bukan music school. Itu short paragraph describe what makes you want to pursue a career in the arts. Damn. Genius, Cok. Gambar mengerjakan soal.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
There's no teaching art. Dengar tuh, bro.
So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies. Oh.
Wow, kocak, Cok.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists. you go, Mr. Brin. Feel each shape.
You fiend!
Kita gambar gini.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Brin has done here.
Mr. Brain has this. Brian
See,
kocak.
he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so
Durasi sebagai
sincerely
ahli.
ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks,
You open the door.
making a
Okay.
living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've
Benjamin.
never been prouder. One little
One little thing, Bernie told me that Elba Prison Harbor.
Preston Hooper gave you her card. Now, I want you to cut that card into little pieces and feed it to an alley cat. Elba Preston Hooper is not in the business of...
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
Yes.
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. But what's talent? Okay, that's it. Get out of my office. You know I'd call security if I thought you were actually a threat.
No,
But what
salah.
are you going to do? Paint me to death?
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
Kita nolak kontrak, Cok.
This is divine. So, now that you've grown your wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly?
Well, where
May I
will you fly?
suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be
Air can
stifling.
be stifling.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Brin?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Orang kenal-kenal kita.
Places.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich. Oh, but listen to me, Benjamin. Now is the single most important moment in your entire career. Collectors,
Curators. How we all love a rising star. and How we
love a rising star, and how bored we become once it's settled. Keep rising, Benjamin.
keep rising.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm going to be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're such an important... Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now.
Sakit, Cok, nih.
Just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're gonna get back to work, okay? Goodbye, Benny.
Jangan khawatir.
But that's enough from me.
Astaga, meninggal, Cok.
Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? You ready to come up here? Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Kita nak ngomong, Cok. Ngomong, Ben.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Grin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
Lalu kita berhenti berkarya.
You are a snake. You're a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is silent because Benjamin Brain is hard at work creating his greatest work yet. But you are doing nothing! The world has forgotten you, Benjamin! They have moved on! And I have moved on too. You have broken my heart.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son? Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood I was living next to a bona fide genius. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius.
Yes, he
Like
was a
mother, like
genius.
son, I guess. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
Or something? Yes, we could. Sure.
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. Oh, the nobody nothing's dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
I'm happy.
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea.
And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
His mother was a composer who with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion, or more like a taskmaster? Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you?
What was she to you?
Was she your best friend?
Oh,
or your
no.
first love? Now, be honest here.
First love.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year.
Dan
In
di
that
rumah
year, he
setahunan.
rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You lucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that?
Gitu sap seperti itu.
Poor fool doesn't know what he's
Segala itu dewa nam. Dewa yang anu itu ya, jiwa-jiwa ya. Yang ngurus jiwa-jiwa kah?
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you.
Santai boy, boy. Dibilang
it's too
kita
late for that.
ada ngebling apa yang kita takutin.
We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were
Dibilang kita ada
glass.
bohong.
So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very,
very
beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
This ain't a schoolyard staring contest, bud.
No?
Not this.
Bukan ini. Yang mana? Nih.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
I remember ini.
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time
Mana yang
is
kita
to
bohong,
create a
mana yang
work
kita
of
lewatin,
genius,
mau kita lupain.
which might live on after you're...
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
What the?
Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
Dipaksa lihat kita. Dipaksa jangan nge-skip. Oke, fine. Aku akan dengar. Apa isi teleponnya?
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
Bapak meninggal.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
One need. Be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
I'm worried too.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know.
Ini tentang kita sakit ya? What the fuck?
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this. We need to move.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking.
memori ini yang di skip.
Make sure he's staying engaged.
Semangat bang. Oke, Bang Amar. Udah tak Bang Amar? Kita lagi main game sedih nih, Mar.
What's the point? The point.
Buat party PRX bang. Adakah main gak sore ini? T1 kan? Ini kenapa ya, Cok? Kok nggak bisa didengar?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick.
Sakit abis itu gitu bilang.
You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs.
Apa bang?
You were sick for a long
Satu
time,
jaman sih ya, geng.
weren't you?
Aku lihat orang-orang ya.
Sicker than
Tapi kayak aku lebih lama.
healthy
Tapi
kids are
aku nunggu
supposed to get.
kalimatnya selesai semua.
Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
You are genius.
Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Great Benjamin Green. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents, in Cornfields village by the sea. His mother was a composer. Her family took a job accountant.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night, but I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Nah, ini magnetic nih.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Ya, bacalah.
Can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed.
Kenapa,
I'll
Cok?
talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
Benjamin Green was a loser. Ini gitu tulis. He was the worst brain to ever meet. No. Vicious inside him. He just laid down and died. Sebenarnya kita mati.
Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
Kenapa kan mati ini?
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Selamat, Cok. Berhasil gak kita?
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, Your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too.
Screw you too.
Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Halo?
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What? You're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually ridiculous. I don't know if you're embarrassed about our night at the beach together, so you're avoiding me or what, but I just wanted to call to say I really don't appreciate being lied to. And it's not that I need your help in history class, you know. I actually never needed your help in history class. And I just pretended because you were clearly really lonely and you had no friends.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me.
Dulu ada passing day, Cok, waktu mak meninggal.
I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Sakit minta mainan. Nice,
Keep
betulan.
playing, B. She's listening.
Apa yang kelakuan waktu kecil? Kelakuan lagi, Cok. Aduh, sakitnya tak sembuh. Aneh alat-alat itu. Ernie, Cok.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
Getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? Think she more than
lama.
deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right. What do you mean she hasn't been over? Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Tak mengunjungi kita.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Dear bird, neighbor kid. You are my first love. Love me. Cie. Sakit ya, Bos?
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
Jadi komposer lagi, ya, Bro?
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Sakit itu. Kenapa? Oh, main sakit.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
You have to do something. Richard, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
It's okay, Benny. Just close your eyes.
Tahu apa yang terjadi itu tak mata.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Beneran kucing adalah dewa, Cok. Bapak tadi tawain.
There she is.
Lihat Anubis.
Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
Jadi pikiran kita pertama tuh fake. Kita tidak sembuh
That
sebenarnya.
means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brin. Benjamin Brin was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna win.
Why is he smiling like that?
He must be somewhere that he likes.
Father.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the way. I do. I'm gonna say I love you
selamat.
before you say
Mas tahun meninggal.
when that chance comes through. I'm gonna prove you wrong in a market, in a desert. You'll
Selesai.
why you came here. There's a couple pictures of you
Mana ceritanya, Heng?
ripped tight to raffle tickets. I've got
Keren sih.
memories,
Yang
but I'm
bacakan mana itu yang terakhir.
you left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not.
Patah memang gini.
You wanna make some money.
ML gas, ML.
Dad
Babang pakai bahan MVP kalah, Cuk.
when he has somebody.
Kebetulan ini skip. Yuk, ML yuk, ML yuk. Nah, ini nih, chapter ini bagus nih. The Great Life of Benjamin Brin. Nih, yang lihat, Heng. Nah, ini Lego Star Wars. Panjang, Cuk, story-nya. Tengok tuh, tengok. Kok tampilannya gitu ya? Display picture aku. Dah, ini itulah Before Your Eyes. Ayo, Heng, ML, Heng. Makasih udah nonton, Heng. Dadah.